Oh, happy day. It's me again. We're working on multiplying decimals part 2, and I'm going to do this little trick here where I put myself at the top of the screen so that when I get caught up staring at myself, you think I'm looking at you. I'm going to apologize for the noise. It's late at night. I do have a baby monitor going, but I'm moving away from the microphone, so it's hopefully not a distraction. My little fellas are sleeping, but who knows? This could be the future, and my little fellas could have like mustaches and such, and it's the year 2035. Who knows these things? Anyway, or it could be tomorrow, but who knows what tomorrow is, right? That's kind of a arbitrary thing. Anywho's it. We're doing multiplying decimals part 2, where our goal today is to be able to multiply tenths and hundredths by a one-digit number. You think you can handle that? I think you can handle that, and I know the kitty cat here thinks you can handle it. So let's move on. Okay, Karen bought 3 apples at 45 cents each. How much did she pay in all? Of course, I'm in the way. Well, you do 3 times 45 cents, right? So what they're doing right here is they're showing it in the place values chart. Here's 45 cents in this row. Here's 45 cents in this row. Here's 45 cents in this row. The 40 cents being 4 tenths and the 5 tenths being 5 hundredths. And then what you're ending up with is 12 tenths and 15 hundredths. Take 10 tenths, bump to the ones place. Take 10 hundredths, bump to the tenths place. This is really more complicated than it needs to be. And you get 1 and 35 hundredths. Okay. Lo and behold, if you ignored the decimal and you multiplied 45 times 3, you'd get 135. The key is the placement of the decimal. Okay. So all in all, she paid $1.35. Please feel free to stop me at this point or stop me on the last slide just so you can read. But I'm going to keep going on. Oh, do you guys even know what DVDs are? You probably don't know what DVDs are anymore. I'm going to move again. Okay, it says our goal is to multiply decimals with 2 decimal places by a whole number, and these are supposed to be real world problems, but how are you going to do a real world problem if you're not buying DVDs anymore? Everybody's streaming now, right? I mean, seriously. Well, anyway, let's go in the Wayback Machine and talk about Marcus buying his 3 DVDs. They were these plastic discs that had movies on them. Mind-blowing. And he paid $15.45 each, and that was actually cheap. How much did he pay in all? You do 3 times $15.45. And what I want you to see here is they're just pretend the decimal's not there, and they are doing long multiplication. The trick, the kicker here is locating that decimal. The way they're locating that decimal is by really being purposeful about the language you're doing. The 5 hundredths times 3 is going to be 15 hundredths, where you put the 5 down here and you carry the 1. And then they're going to do 4 tenths times 3, which gives you 12 tenths. Put the 2 down here and carry the 1, which is what we'll see, I believe. And then so on and so forth. So if you really talk your way through it and stop and read this script, it's telling you exactly what you're doing. Okay? If you get tempted to say, oh, you multiply and just bring the decimal down, no. Don't get sucked into that trap, because don't forget there's also a decimal right there. So it's not a matter of just bringing the decimal down. The other thing you could do is you could use your magical powers of estimation. When you get to this 4635 point, pretend there's no decimal there. You could just estimate what is, this number's about 15. What's 15 times 3? It's about 45. So get my decimal in a spot so that it's about $45. Okay? Just another, this guy, he's so confident. You can multiply other measurements just as you multiply decimals using this method. Yeah. All right. Mr. Confidence, we're going to go on. All right, you're going to multiply right each product as a decimal. Pause me, I'll pause you, and then we'll meet in 5 seconds. Yay, do we all agree? Great minds think alike. Let's move on to the next slide. Oh, man, there's nowhere to hide me where I'm not in the way. Look at that. Oh, hey, right there. How about it? That's an interesting spot, but I'll take it. Okay, I'm going to pause. You guys go. Make sure you pause me, too, because I'm going to go blast through, and we'll talk when we're done. Go. All right, are we in agreement? I gotta move myself, my pause button covered up this problem down here, but look through. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. If I did, the same rule stands. Tell your teacher, and then you can both point and laugh. I am totally cool with that. All right, I think that's where we're at with all of those. Again, if you multiplied all of those without the decimal being there, you would get the same digits. It's just a matter of locating that decimal. Okay, and you can use the estimation, or you can use the walkthrough and really paying attention to what you're doing. What starts to get complicated is if you have more decimals and digits down here, but we're not there yet, so don't overthink it.
Don't worry, Mr. McCarthy. I don't want to think about math at all, so there's no risk of me overthinking it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, clear the screen. Let's go. I said clear the screen. Write in vertical form and then multiply. Where can I hide myself so I'm not disruptive? Right there. Okay, I'm going to pause. You pause. Let's do this. Pausing and restarting in 3, 2, 1. Hey. All right, pause and take a look at this. How'd I do? I think I got it. If you haven't noticed by now, I don't use my math book much, unless I really have to. I'm just kind of like teaching these on the fly. That's how I keep it real. So, yeah, I think my math book's like up there, like 4 or 5 feet on my top shelf. I can't reach it. I would have to stand up, and that's just too much to ask of me right now. So, let's carry on. Carry on, my math teacher. You're the best guy I know. Okay, pause me. And let's do this. I'm going to restart and rock the house in 3, 2, should pause by now. 1. Okay. All right, get that last little bit out of the way so I can see 3 and 5/10 or 3 and 5/10. Well, I guess that wasn't that complicated. All right, good. We agree. Of course we do. We're like thinking as one at this point. It's been a long, productive year together. Okay, I'm just going to do these. You can pause me. I'm just going to do them live. In 3, in 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. You got that? Good. 0 and 9/10, 0 and 8/100. Oh, I should do this properly for 0, 40 and 48/100. Yeah, feeling the mojo. I should do like 4 more videos tonight, but I think I'm going to go have some ice cream and watch a show instead. Reward myself for all my good work. Okay, I'm going to pause me in 3, 2, 1. This is our last little batch, and then you're off to do your homework. I think you might have done 15 and 16 yesterday, so just get the workbook done up to page 20 after this. But pause. Let's regroup in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is where I landed on things. You'll have to pardon my super neat work, but that's that problem. That's that one. That's that one. That guy's right there. Oops, already did him. That guy's right there, and of course this fellow's down here. Once again, feel free to check my work. I don't use teacher's manuals. It's personal stuff. Yeah, I just don't do it. I mean, I do, but not during these lessons. It slows me down. It's no fun. I'd rather have the thrill of making the occasional mistake and giving you the joy of learning from it. You're welcome. All right, workbook B, practice those problems. Oh, Sue is working a whole lot of hours. I'm gonna let you figure that out. This is a problem of the lesson. This is for you to do and talk about with your teacher or whatever they wish to do with it. And then there you go. Workbook pages are probably finishing whatever you didn't get done yesterday, and it all looks something like that. Oh man, if you sweet talk your teacher, maybe you can ask them to do just even. They're just odds. Who knows these things? All right, this is the first one I did for Chapter 9, so those other 2 that you guys have already watched, or maybe you haven't watched them, I actually recorded them later. Unless you're watching this tomorrow, the first time I've ever posted this video, in which case you're in my class, and I'm not at the moment. All right, 10 minutes flat. As always, it's just an absolute thrill and a pleasure, and a highlight of my lonely, lonely, windowless existence in the year 2021. Bye.